Good morning. Still unable to reach back and turn the light on back there, so apologies for the lighting this morning already. Slept okay. Definitely had worse night's sleep. I think it's just the bruising around where something hit me in the back at the same time as me falling. It's pretty brutal. That's making it uncomfortable. My actual back muscles aren't actually too bad, but the grazing along my back is, which is what feels like it hurts the most. So I got a call about 9:30 last night, which I'd imagine would be when I would have been seen to talk to them about my results of my CT scan, which means I would have been there for a total of 11 hours, just for them to tell me, because I was planning to get an appointment with my GP because he would have access to my scans, and no problems, nothing. My brain they scanned, absolutely fine, neck fine, chest, stomach, spine fine, everything completely fine, no breaks, no cracks, no bruising heavily along my back, but other than that, everyone seems to be, I don't think they actually really believe that I've fallen out of a tree / off of a ladder, because every single person I described it to was, you fell from how high? I estimate it's about the height, I mean, I know the height of the total height of a ladder is about 20 feet, but probably give or take 5 foot, so I took 5 foot and said I probably fell about 15 foot, because it's about the same height as like a second story flat, so up to the sort of second story window, about that high. Well, yeah, which isn't an estimate, that is a guarantee. I was there. But yeah, I don't think anyone seems to really believe that I fell until, or from that high, until they see my back and they're like, oh, okay, it is quite bad, because it's very, very common that you break your legs or your ankles, or do some damage to your groin, or you have something dislodge and some limbs are numb and tingly, but no problems here. So very grateful that I fell in the best possible way. Although it doesn't feel it, but yeah, I guess I was lucky not to break something or do some insane amount of damage. But during the scan they found some a cyst on my lungs and on my liver. He said it's pretty common to go unnoticed. I don't know if that was a sign or him telling me to go get it checked out. I'm gonna go get it checked out. No point risking it anymore. I think everything will be fine with that. He didn't seem too concerned about it, so I'm sure it'll just be another trip to the GP for them to tell me you're wasting your time and go about your life. But better get those things checked out, as we all know. So just heading to the yard now. I am going to be mostly useless, but the bills aren't going to pay themselves, so I'll go help do what I can, be the face, talk to the customers, and drag some branches. Hopefully there'll be something of interest for you, and then I am working Saturday, but I'm back up in the trees on Saturday, so nothing big. Again, it'd probably be the sake of ladder height tree work, but not the biggest fan of ladders right now, so yeah, we'll see. I will be there and I will be cutting, but how is the question. So anyway, yeah, gonna get to the yard and get loaded up. Oh. was a bit of a slower day, topping out hedge, ripping the side off it. It does look a bit crappy because you get all the like splintered bits. It's like you've taken a tractor flail off the side of it, but fortunately it's the quickest, most cost-effective way of doing it. We do run along it back again with a hedge trimmer to try and tidy up some of those damaged cuts, but if a customer wants a couple of feet off the side of a hedge, you can't really say no, I'm not doing that. It's not best practice. It's just you're not going to go anywhere if you're not doing the job. So done that, topped the top out of it. I couldn't do any of the drastic tree work like topping the hedge or any form of tree work that we done on that job because my back, which is feeling better. But hopefully there's some interesting clips for today's video. All finished up. It's 4:15. Just dropped one of the guys off. Going to stop at the shop on the way, grab a little treat or something for pudding, and go home, cook some dinner, relax, and rest on my back. Might do me some justice before work tomorrow. Again with my friend. Another quite easy job. I was kind of hoping that I'd get like a big job in this week. Unfortunately, any of the extra footage that I had planned to use for Sunday's vlog had to get used yesterday because it was, well, I wasn't doing anything yesterday. We've got a bit of a full-on day Sunday. We've got my partner's going to get her hair cut just to get it how she'd like for the final hairdressing for the wedding, and then we've got some tiny little bits to buy up for the last bits for the wedding. I've got to go collect my suit and have the final fitting of that potentially tomorrow or Sunday. So go meet my friend and we'll go, my best man, and we'll go collect those. But I don't think there's going to be much of interest to film, but hey, that's the art of filming every day. So unfortunately, my plan is always going to be to, if I've got like quite a big full-on job, I don't really want to bore you with watching me cut every single fine little cut and how I'm doing everything, and you know, all the good and all the bad. I'd rather give you something a bit more action-packed, condense it into about 10 to 20 minutes of a video, unless there's like a real big interesting job that I'm taking a lot of time and care into making it look like a good video. Then always the extras, you don't always do one job a day, so sometimes we'll do 2 or 3, and if I've got adequate amount of footage on the one day, then what I'll do is I'll let the rest of the footage be kept in a bank, and I'll use that to make up another video. So at least those of you who want to watch me do just tree work, which is fine, I think that's 90% of my audience, can then watch that on Sunday. I think what I'll try and do is, when we get some of the more bigger, quite kit heavy days, I'll try and just have the GoPro on and just film whatever I'm doing that I think is good for the YouTube. I think in the future I'm planning to buy a better GoPro, so what I'll do is I'll swap my current GoPro, my Session, to no longer be my head camera. I'm not sure that you really need to know all this, but I think it's cool to see that we've got some sort of plan to how I'm going to increase the content quality, because that's what everyone's here for, is the content, and hopefully to increase the quality of it. So I'll put the new camera as my head camera, and then my Session I'll attach it to a piece of equipment I think would be really cool. Let me know if you think that'll be quite interesting. I could stick it on the side of my chainsaw so you can see how I'm cutting, or I could put it on the end of a hedge trimmer, or right by the head of that stump grinder, and you can see inside the stump, and hopefully it doesn't fall off. Or we've got a crane, I can attach it to the crane as it's grabbing the pieces, and you can watch that, or the digger, or on top of the chipper. There's all sorts I can start filming and improve how we're filming. But when there's something a bit more intense, I might just carry on chucking you a daily vlog, but then Sundays might just consist of more of a, I'll spend my evening, maybe like 30 minutes or so on an evening, just to quickly nip these clips together and tie it into like a nice tidy little vloggy video with some tree work involved. But what I might try and do is, any time we do get quite busy and usually quite heavy on the big tree work over as the months get into the year, but any of those big jobs that are we're one massive tree, which they pop around here and there, I might try and save that content for a Sunday and spend half an hour editing what I'm doing now, into a vlog and a daily video, and then another half an hour or so making a real high quality edit, because I really want to keep this going where I do it one vlog a day every day, no matter how short, quick or mundane the video is, or tree work intense or not. But also then maybe make that Sunday, which touch in, let you know how I'm doing, reply to you guys on a Sunday, but also maybe make there be a double upload, or just make it a part of that video where I give you a bit more of a high action-packed tree work video. But obviously those sort of videos, I could do those every day, but I don't have the time to do it like that high standard every day. Plus exporting it and uploading it takes like an hour, which I can't prevent unless I was to. What I could do is say today's vlog will be actually tomorrow's vlog, but I think maybe in like a year's time, if this goes well, what I could do is take a bit of a break. But my first vlog would have been yesterday, so you'll be watching yesterday. But I like to keep it day, 8 to 10 o'clock at night, you're watching what I've got done today. I think that's quite interesting currently. So I've got a plan of how I'd like things to go, and if anyone has any ideas of how they'd like to see the content go, obviously it's mostly the best chances are you're just going to be watching what I do and how I do it, and dodgy stuff and not dodgy stuff. You're just going to have to make do with what I've got. But if there's something you might like to see more of, I could talk more about. I'm obviously qualified to do my job, and I went to college, and I've got all my extended diploma in the industry in arboriculture, so I've got a good amount of knowledge of what I do as a job. If you'd like some more sort of instructive videos on, if there's any tree surgeons out there watching, then I could do this is how I tie this and and I've got a few tricks of the trade that someone might not have taught you and your boss might not teach you. And what I've found growing up from I started tree surgery when I was 16, 17 at college, got my first proper job when I was probably, I got my first job in tree work at 17, but my first proper job at a big company was at 18. And what I quickly learned was that the top dogs because they've got those little tricks that they found and they spotted and they've learned themselves, and it's good. But in these big companies, they don't want to teach you all those little tricks, and because they're the boss man, they're the old boy, they're the top dog of the company, and they want to keep it that way, rightfully so. They don't want to see some young buck come in and who's more agile and it's faster and better in any way, which I understand it. I'm sure there'll be a day that comes where I'm not the best at my current workplace and there's going to be people under me. But what I've also learned is I've learned those tricks, and I've never had a bad experience with anyone. But I like to teach. If someone wants to learn from me, I like to really go in depth and teach them exactly how I want it done, because they might find a way. I like the feedback of, oh no, I think it's better, and it might be, and I like that. Giving and throwing information and creating a better standard and doing the job better is good. But if I like to teach people absolutely everything I know, because then it's almost like a condensed amount of knowledge that I've spent the past 6, 7, 8 years of my life learning, and my current state of doing things is exactly how I will probably do it for my rest of my time doing tree work, which means that information is condensed of years of trial and failure and error, trial and error even. And I think it's a good, I quite enjoy tutoring people, younger, newer, greener guys, and I think it's smart, because at least then if I get to a stage where I'm a bit older, I might have my own company, I might just do the odd job here and there for myself and get my own customers in. But if I contact that young guy who I met at that company, who we're still friends, he's going to be younger and still able to do the job, but also he does it how I want it done. So I know that I can trust him to do it to the standard I like and the way I like. I don't have to spend all day trying to tell someone that I'm hiring in for the day, oh, why don't you do it like that? I'm sure there's a lot of people who have experience working for companies where they're like, oh no, you can't do it like that, it has to be done this way. And it's just, everyone's got their own way of doing it, and I don't think my way is the right way of doing it at all, but it's the way that works for me and has done for many years, and will continue to be the way I do it for many more years. So if you'd like some more informative stuff, then by all means ask away in the comments, and if it's something I can reply to in the comments, I'll always try and do that. I get the notifications on my phone, I'll quickly bang, I'll reply like that. But if you ask me a specific question, I know it's quite tough to type those questions of how do you do this, but you know, try and ask away, and if I see these comments that I can't quickly reply to, then again that'll be something I can reply to in a video or show you how I like to do things. But I'm sure you'll pick up how I do things. I think I do some stuff a little bit, maybe I have a little bit too much confidence with my competence, which makes me minorly incompetent. So as you can see, putting a ladder up the tree and just boshing a couple branches off didn't go too well for me, but it's been fine every day until that. But you know, you could do a million cuts, but once you do that 1,000,001, that could be the one. So yeah, stay safe out there. I'm pretty gutted I actually didn't catch it on video, because it would have been a really interesting one, although my GoPro probably would have been destroyed, because the tree did eventually land on my helmet once I hit the ground and my helmet rolled off under the tree. So maybe you wouldn't have had any more footage, so luckily I probably didn't wear my helmet. But yeah, a bit of a long-winded chat there, but it's nice now we're at a stage where I've got 100 subscribers, 100, probably 10 as of uploading this, which I'm really grateful for everyone who decides to spend 15-20 minutes of the day watching my day. I really
appreciate your time, and hope it wasn't wasted, or you hope that you gained something from it, and at least a little bit of positivity if you watch all the way through to these little clips. But equally so, if you're here for the action, I hope you enjoyed the action, and hopefully I can keep giving you more action-packed clips as the year progresses. But I really do, it's nice now I can sit here and talk to the camera for now 12 minutes, and I know that there is at least a couple of you that will probably watch this, and it doesn't feel like I'm just talking at a camera, I'm talking to someone on the other side of the camera. So you'll know who you are out there watching me. I appreciate you and your time, and happy to be on this journey with you. So I'm gonna go home now, cook some dinner, and relax. If there's anything more interesting, then I'll put that in now, but very unlikely. I'm quite a boring guy, and yeah, just thank you again for all your positivity towards me and my life, and I really appreciate all of you out there. So hope you've all had a good day and it's going well, and I hope it continues to get better for you. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a really good evening. I'll see you in the morning.